Okay, welcome to this video. In this one we're going to look at some of the most basic things you can do to make your blog more secure. Now I've actually gone into Fantastic. Let's just come back to cPanel. Most people will install WordPress through cPanel. If you're doing it the old-fashioned way, downloading it and uploading and installing, the things that I'm going to mention here are the same. It just looks a little bit different. So if you're doing this from cPanel, you'll have clicked on Fantastico, and then you'll have clicked on WordPress. So let's say we're going to put a new installation in. What you would normally do obviously is select your domain. If you had multiple domains, you'd select, or a subdomain like that, you'd select that one. We'll go in the root directory. But the really important thing here is the username and the password. Now if you're doing this through another method, if you're installing WordPress through another method, it'll more often than not default to admin as the username, and this is a really bad thing. When somebody's trying to break into a blog, the first thing they do is they look at the constants or things that are very common, and it's very common for the administrator to have a username of admin. So we want to avoid that, so that we're removing that common thing and making it harder for the person who's trying to break in. Quite often they'll use automated programs, so it's just something that they run a program that will try various passwords, but will generally stick with admin, because they know that when they go trying to break into blogs, most of these blogs are going to have that admin username. So for this one, for example, I might have WP Demo as the username, so I'm avoiding using admin. And then password, of course, is the other thing that's really important. Now I know it's something that some people struggle with, strong passwords, because you can't remember them. I actually have a video which I'll link to, which shows you how to make strong passwords that you can still remember. I use a technique that I just call like a template, and I mean, it's not something that I thought of. I'm sure plenty of other people have thought of it as well, but it's a good way of having that strong password. Ideally, your password should have some capitals, some small letters, some punctuation or special characters, and numbers. A good example of that, if I was doing this, I could even put WP Demo in the password. You'd sort of think, well, geez, that's not very secure. But then what if I put a bracket, a couple of dollar signs, another bracket, and then 2020. So that now is quite a strong password. It's got capitals, it's got small letters, it's got special characters, and it's got a number. And as I say, if you look at the other video, which I'll link to below this one, or back on my website, you'll see that you can do this and still remember your passwords. And of course the other thing is you can use something like RoboForm, which is what I do. To be honest, I have, I think at last count, about 2,700 different logins, because I work for a lot of other people. So I store them all in RoboForm, and they're stored encrypted, secure, password protected. So I have like a master password. So it makes it very difficult for anybody to get any of my login details, and at the same time very easy for me to log into various websites. So there are just a couple of ideas. But look, the basics to take away from this video are: A, don't use admin as the WordPress administrator username, and B, use a nice strong password, because there are big dictionaries out there that the bad guys use. Like password 123, password 12345, all of those things are really common, well known, and yeah, as I say, they have dictionaries. So if you're using any of those sort of passwords, those simple ones, then there's a real good chance that at some stage your blog will get broken into. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video.